Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, Internet?
Shut up and sit down.
What's the story, Internet? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. Hope you've enjoyed the midweek football fixtures as much as I have. So, got a couple of things to go through. I'm going to start with the Premier League, do things backwards from I usually do on the weekend. So we had one fixture, it was the Tuesday fixture, it was the Leeds United versus Southampton. And Leeds came out 3-0 winners. So Southampton are just having an absolutely torrid time at the moment. After their victory against Liverpool, since then they had a couple of good results and they've just completely nosedived. So they weren't out of this match by any means. They had the possession 54-46, they had shots 13-11, and shots on target they were out of 5-7, but still a decent showing, and in other matches that could have been the winning statistics. Fortunately, the only one that matters is the amount of goals that are scored. So where does this leave the two teams in the table? So this was Leeds' game in hand, brings them back up to par with most of the rest of the league. It puts them up to 10th above Arsenal by 1 point. Southampton are in 14th, 2 points behind Crystal Palace, 2 points ahead of Burnley. So not in a very good position considering they were potential Champions League contenders not too long ago. So, but fair play to Leeds. Bielsa's style of play is coming back to its fore. Will they be able to continue that even though they lost against Wolves? They seem so hot and cold, it's very hard to tell. So, moving into the Champions League. So Tuesday we had Atletico Madrid 0, Chelsea 1, thanks to an Olivier Giroud bicycle kick. He only seems to score goals. He hasn't played very many matches, but he just seems to be scoring all of Chelsea's important goals. Let me see if it'll tell me. It won't tell me his statistics, but he is just having an incredible season in that category. So yeah, and what better way to score than with a bicycle kick? So he scored in the 68th minute, and that was enough to give Chelsea the lead. They were very deserving of it. 64% possession, 11 shots with 5 on target. Atletico Madrid had 6 shots, 0 on target, which to say that they have the likes of Luis Suarez, João Felix, and the rest, and they still couldn't get a shot on target, says everything in Chelsea's favour, really. So a very important away goal for Chelsea to take with them back to Stamford Bridge. Lazio won, Bayern Munich 4, a relatively unsurprising result. Lazio have been hot and cold, Bayern Munich have been anything but, with the mild exception of the draw and the loss in the league that they've had the last 2 weeks. Other than that, they've just been on fire. And especially in Europe, you can't get past their form in Europe. So Lewandowski scoring again, Jamal Musiala, who I was rooting for, and now all of a sudden he's decided to join the German national team, so don't really care anymore. Leroy Sané, and then an Acerbi on goal, and then Joaquin Correa scored an answer, but it was still inconsequential. And Bayern now have 4 away goals to take with them, so that is very, very consequential. It's the opposite of what Lazio experienced. So, but to their credit, Lazio weren't entirely out of it. They had more shots, but only 5 on target. Bayern had 13 and 7, and it was only 57-43% possession, so it's not like they were entirely out of it. It's just what you do with what you've been given that's important, as Bayern has shown. Atalanta 0, Real Madrid 1. Atalanta can take solace in the fact that they were down to 10 men from the 17th minute, so they did well to stay in the game. And it wasn't until the 86th minute when Ferland Mendy scored a screamer that gave Real Madrid the winner. Now, they only had 2 shots with 0 on target, compared to Real Madrid's 19 with 4 on target. They only had 31% to 69% possession, but that red card is very telling. Without that red card, it could have been a very different game. Could have ended in a draw, could have even ended in an Atalanta win. So they can take solace in that fact, and they can take it to the Bernabeu and push forward from there. So the last match was Borussia Mönchengladbach 0, Manchester City 2. Never really in any doubt, and the stats go to show that. So yeah, Manchester City go through to the next round, go to the next leg, favourites to go through to the next round. You never know, Mönchengladbach can come back. They have had some incredible performances this season, so you never know, you don't count them out just yet. But City do have 2 very important away goals, so I have to see what comes from that. Over to the Europa League, let's just go through some results. Tottenham beat Wolfsburg 8-1 on aggregate, so they're through. Ajax beat Lille 4-2 on aggregate, so they're through. Napoli beat Granada 2-1 but lost 3-2 on aggregate, so they're not through, which is quite a shock. So Granada go through to the next round. Rangers won 9-5 on aggregate, a very exciting 2-legged affair. This one finishing 5-2 in Rangers' favour. So fair play to Antwerp, they put up a fight, especially after the first leg, where it finished 4-3, but they were just outclassed in Glasgow. Arsenal go through on the day and on aggregate, 4-3. It finished 3-2 on the day. Saka with an incredible performance, Aubameyang with a goal, go through to the next round. Molde knocked out Hoffenheim. They go through to the next round, 5-3 on aggregate, 2-0 on the day. Leicester City knocked out by Slavia Prague. I actually didn't see this result until just now, but that is crazy. So yeah, Leicester City out of the Europa League. To be fair, it gives them more opportunity to focus on the league, but still, what a performance from Slavia Prague, fair play to them. AC Milan, I believe AC Milan go through because of the away goals. So they won one, it was a 1-1 draw, it was 3-3 on aggregate, but because of the away goals in the first leg, AC Milan go through against Kvernes. No disrespect to that team, but I'm glad they're out because now I never have to say that name again, not for this season anyway. Manchester United 0, Real Sociedad 0, but Manchester United won 4-0 on aggregate. They played very well on the day, just closed out the match and went through to the next round. Sociedad did miss a penalty in the 13th minute. That would have changed the entire match, because getting that all-important goal in the 13th minute would have changed the whole atmosphere of the game. Roma go through against Braga. Young Boys knocked out Leverkusen, another quite big match there. Olympiacos lose on the day, but still go through against PSV. So some relatively big results here in the Europa League, some upsets. But that's why we love European football, that's why we love cup football. So that is it for my review of the midweek matches. I will be back with you tomorrow. Might be first thing in the morning, depending on if there's any Friday matches, or it'll be later in the evening, around 5 o'clock Pacific time, if there aren't any. And that'll be with my preview for the weekend. So until then, I hope you're all staying safe, keeping out of trouble. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, ta-ra for now.